Okay, Ollie, this is the story of the San Remo Hotel. Back in the 90s or so, I was with my favorite choir, Cantores and Ecclesia, on tour of San Francisco. Um, the, the adults and children of the choir, along with David Hill, my old director at Winchester Cathedral, further back in the 90s. Anyway, we were in San Francisco and we stayed at the San Remo Hotel, which was, it's a kind of bohemian, European, funky old hotel with shared bathrooms and eclectic uh, decorations and furnishings and things. And it was cheap and comfortable and atmospheric. And so we got there one night, and at the end of the day, of the working day, we had our dinner and were free to explore the city. And most of the people left to go out and have fun. And I stuck around because I didn't really know what to do, and I hadn't bonded with a lot of the people there. But also in the hotel were two young fellows, Oliver, who was in the tenor section, and a kid named Mike Henry, I think was his name. Anyway, they're young kids, about 19 years old. And I was exploring the place, and there was a door with an open door with a velvet rope hanging to the side, and the door led to an inside center atrium thing with a stairway to the roof. And there is an open door, and it's a beautiful evening. I thought I'd go up the stairs and explore the roof. And Oliver and Mike came with me, and they, being young bucks, started exploring, running around, looking out over the side. There was a shed there, and Oliver climbed up on top and to get a better view of what we could see of the city. And they're kind of generally horsing around, and I'm kind of watching them, and they get bored with horsing around up on the roof and go down to go off dancing. And I stick around and just enjoy the quiet of the evening. And I came down the stairs and sat in my room for a bit, and wandering around the halls, and went back to the stairway and looked up, and up on the roof, peering down, are two people. And one of them asks me, "Were you up here on the roof?" And my amygdala kicked in, and I went into survival mode, and I lied, and I said, "No." And the guy that asked me the question said, "All right, you're out of here. Pack your bags and leave. That's it, leave." And I had no idea what was going on. And finally he came down and he came at me and said, "Pack your bags and leave. You're out of here. Get out." And I tried to say, "Why? What's going on? What's this about?" He said, "Pack your bags and leave. Pack your bags and leave." And I could see that he wasn't going to listen to me at all or say anything else, and so I decided to de-escalate the situation, and I went to my room and I sat down. And I thought about it, and 5 minutes passed, and I came out again, meekly, harmlessly, and he said, "Did you pack your bags?" I said, "No, I'd like to know what's..." "Pack your bags and leave! Pack your bags and leave!" And he had a flashlight, and he shined it in my face. Arr! He gave a little growl, and clearly he was terrified for some reason. And I went back to my room. I may have gone back to my room. I don't know, but I came back out, and he was at his desk, and he was on the phone talking with the police and saying things like, "He's right here, standing right in front of me," and come quickly. He was summoning the police on me, and did you pack your bags in? And finally the police came, and by then there's a crowd of our folk, and the clerk was there, and also there was a couple, a man, an older man, maybe in his 70s or so, and a woman that was beside herself, in tears, sobbing. And I realized that this shed that Oliver was jumping up and down on was the honeymoon suite. And inside the honeymoon suite was this newlywed man and his younger wife, cowering, trembling in fear because they were being besieged by God knows who. And they, the guy saw me, saw that I was lying, and figured I was an accomplice, and I was a danger to them. And so the police are there, and they're saying, "What's going on?" And I said, they want me to leave. And he said, "Yes, leave. You're out of here. Goodbye." So the police aren't going to listen to me. And so my amygdala kicked in. Rather than freezing, I fawned, and I said, "Okay, where do you suggest I go? This is my choir, these are my people. I don't want to get them in trouble. I don't want to get the whole choir thrown out, so where do you suggest I go? I will go. Tell me where. Help me out. I'm new here. I don't know anything." And so the police petitioned for calm and reason, and saw that I wasn't gonna, I was not a ruffian ready to slit people's throats. And so they had everybody calm down and go back to their rooms and have a good night's sleep, and then get up in the morning and talk things over. And so in the morning, the manager, might have been the day manager, I don't know if it was the grave manager, but they sat down with the manager and Dean the conductor and Nancy the tour guide, and they said something like, I could stay, but I had to behave myself, or people had to behave themselves, or whatever. I don't remember what agreement was come to. And I heard, I don't know if I heard directly or overheard, that clerk that night was totally triggered because he had some really, really dangerous altercation happen previously, and he was hopeless and completely triggered, and so we behaved ourselves for the rest of the stay, and I don't know, I guess the clerk got counseling or something, but I don't know. But anyway, that's the story of me nearly getting thrown out of the San Remo Hotel.